Jimmy Cornette. I haven't touched on him, pause, in a long time. Oh my, things Pat Patterson says to Roddy Piper in the 90s. But we're off to a blazing start, or a flaming start. Good God. I never thought Pat Patterson would make it in the video in the first 20 seconds ever. But, I do have, speaking of Pat Patterson and him where's this video going? Where's the video gone in the first 30 seconds? I do have a video on the channel, a very important video actually, about how Triple H buried Pat Patterson and really reduced his power in the company, because Pat Patterson in the early 2000s, he saw that Triple H was bad for business. And Patterson, unlike most of the other sheep, spoke up behind the scenes and let it be known. Everybody was not a puppet. There were people who spoke out. Patterson spoke out that Triple H was bad for the company's business. And he did this back in like 03, 04, 05. And Triple H did what he had to do. And Patterson kept losing and losing and losing and losing power. It kept being reduced and reduced and reduced because he criticized Triple H, and Triple H got him out the way. Look up that video on the channel. Just type in Pat Patterson Triple H. You'll find it. Anyway, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Now back to men who have no power, whose power has been reduced. Jim Cornette is somebody who every promoter in the last 30 years let him walk out the door. I've made this point before. Cornette loves to rant and rave and how he's the all-knowing atheist god of wrestling knowledge. Oh, he knows every Memphis card from 1937. But no promotion cared. Every time Cornette threatened the promotion, I'm going to leave. I'm fitting to leave. I'm fixing to leave. They said, okay, Jim. When he told Jim Herd, when he told WCW I'm leaving, they said, okay, Jim. When he told Vince McMahon in 99, I'm leaving, okay, Jim. When he told Dixie Carter I'm leaving in 09, okay, Jim. A company never begged for Cornette to stay. No, let's work it out. No, they let him go. Okay, maybe Jeff Jarrett, but Jarrett, he didn't have no power. The people with power, when Cornette was getting pissed off and mad and wanted to leave, they never said, no, Jim, stay, please. No, I'm fixing to leave. Okay, Jim. Go do a podcast with Kenny Bolin. His big ass. Now, did I say like the video yet? Jim Cornette and his beautiful, I'm lying like a mother, his beautiful wife, Stacy. Anyway, Jim Cornette, he's a known bigot. He's a known atheist piece of trash. You know what's funny? On this channel, whenever I get at you atheist, it always hits a nerve. It always does. Because atheism, and this is the mind effort, atheism is a religion unto itself. You love to say that people who are believers in whatever faith, they're sensitive, they're delusional, they're great. But when someone mentions you being an atheist piece of trash, you get sensitive and delusional because atheism is religion to itself. So it's funny whenever I clown CM Punk or clown Cornette for being an atheist piece of trash. I get these comments, XDN, what's wrong with being an atheist? That is the stupidest, most comical question in the world. And the fact that people would type that, it tickles my ass. And speaking of tickling somebody's hindquarters, there's a story about Cornette and Sable. The real reason Cornette doesn't like Sable has nothing to do with wrestling. Lil Jimmy wanted to tickle something and he got shut down and rejected. But you people don't know that story, but it's a video for another day. It's the real reason he doesn't like Sable. You know what? I wonder, did I already do that video? I might have done that video already like a year ago. If I haven't, I'll go search the real reason Cornette doesn't like Sable. And he will never admit the real reason. It's amazing. You're around Sonny. You love Sonny, but you think Sable is every witch and every other word, which is complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. But that's little Jimmy for you. But like I said, he's a well-known bigot. There's a clip online. He sang the N-word 57,000 times, and then he claimed, no, I was just in character. I'm sorry, in character where? In Smoky Mountain. Yeah, Smoky Mountain, the promotion that had wrestlers wearing Confederate jackets to the ring. Oh, but I pushed New Jack. No, you didn't push New Jack. Because if you pushed New Jack, he would have beat your brains out. You did not push New Jack. You pushed Santino Marella. You didn't push New Jack. You did not push New Jack. You could have probably pushed D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown's I like D'Lo Brown. Let me not roast him, but you did not push New Jack. No, you did not, sir, or madam. He was not a Dairy Queen employee. But Cornette has a dirty, disgusting history, and it's funny how his little cult, and it's funny that he names them the cult of Cornette, because that's just what they are. A bunch of incel, Conrad Thompson. Conrad Thompson, Conman Thompson, I want to give a shout out to him. I've clowned him, I've roasted him over the years, but I have to give him a shout out, even though he married the wrong Flair daughter. Imagine Charlotte waking up every morning next to Conrad Thompson. The bed is just lopsided on one side. Oh my God. It's like if you have hydraulics, but you left one side like. Did I just compare Conrad Thompson's ass to a hydraulic pump? Half the bed is lopsided. I want to give a shout out to Conrad Thompson, not because of his podcasting, not because he's a good con man, not because he pays Ric Flair's bar tabs. No, I want to give a shout out to Conrad Thompson because his thighs are bigger than any female he will ever date. Anyway, but Jim Cornette, speaking of big ass females, have you seen Cornette's wife? Good Lord. Why your wife look like Kenny Bolin? Why? Cornette wife looked like King Kong Bundy with the 5 count. Cornette wife looked like Bam Bam Bigelow after he got his ass whooped by Major Payne. I mean, hit the like button. Oh my God. Jim Cornette's, oh my God. You don't like Sable, but you married that. And that leads me to a poignant comment that was made. I did a video not too long ago, and the video was AEW sent out a press release and they trolled Cornette hilariously. Now, AEW is a piece of trash promotion. We know that. But I'm a fair person. And I have to admit, they got Cornette good. They sent out a press release clowning him, making a joke of him, which he is. And then Cornette lost his mind. He couldn't handle it. And on that video, one of my great supporters named Castro World 98, he left a very, let's say, appropriate comment. And he said, when it comes to Jim Cornette, he said, it's crazy how there's a clip of Cornette literally saying the N-word numerous of times, yet he himself pretends to be a full-blown leftist. And I've made that point before. Cornette is a Republican. He always has been. He's been pretending to be a Democrat. He's a pretend Democrat since Obama got in. He's really a Republican. Everything about Cornette says Republican. I have more money than you. I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. You don't know anything. If you don't believe me, if you don't listen to me, if you don't believe like me, you're dead to me. Everything about Cornette screams Republican, but he poses as a Democrat. I could have sworn Cornette did a podcast at some point and said Joe Biden was like the best president of all time. Sleepy Jim endorses Sleepy Joe. Where's Joe Biden now? Is he in the Hall of Fame like Trump? The commenter goes on, he says, Cornette, he has so much to say about other women as if his wife is so stunning or something. And I'm telling you people, it's been a running joke on this channel. Have you seen Cornette's wife? I'm telling you. Now, I don't want you listeners, I don't want you to have like a rash or a breakout. I don't want you to have to go to Walgreens and get calamine lotion. So that's why I don't recommend Googling Cornette's wife. But have you seen what Jim Cornette's wife looks like? Have you have you ever seen Nathan Jones in the face? Have you, why does Cornette's wife look like Matt Morgan? Have you seen Cornette's wife? This man claims to not like Sable, but he married that. Cornette's wife looks like Taz before he started tanning. With that said, I'm up out of here. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to this channel. Why does Cornette pretend like he knows everything? Why does Cornette not get criticized for being the bigot that he is? Do you not remember the comments on NWA Power? That corny joke? And that's nothing about Cornette. Cornette is not funny. Cornette is funny if you've never heard him. But listen to Cornette for long enough, he keeps recycling the same jokes. Cornette been saying the same joke for 40 years. For 40 years. And 95% of Cornette's jokes is something he stole from a Memphis wrestler in a promo, something he stole from Kenny Bolin, something he stole from an old George Carlin album. Now, Carlin was an atheist, but I wouldn't say he was a piece of trash. I'm not saying he's far from it, but Carlin, you can say he's the greatest stand-up comedian, or definitely one of. But I would put Carlin and Cornette in. I would never put them in the same category. But why does Cornette not get criticized for his racial history? Why does he think he knows everything? Why did he pick that female to marry? If that is a female, I mean, Jesus. Why your wife look like Val? Forget Val Venus. Your wife look like the big Val Boski. I'm up out of here. That is it. And leave your comments, your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to this channel. If you enjoy my content, you can donate to the Cash App. It's $XDN online. I got to eat off Cornette again. I got to bring back the series, The Stupidity of Jim Cornette. This is not that, but that series will come back. And also, I got to bring back the stupidity of Dave Meltzer. I got to bring back the two-faced nature of Kevin Nash. Oh, man, there's so many series. I got to bring back Wrestling Lies. Go on the channel and check out, type in Wrestling Lies and watch that series. Tremendous. I got to bring back Wasted Potential. Oh, man, it's been a beautiful summer on this channel, mainly to Bret Hart. Oh, Bret Hart, the gift that keeps on giving. But Bret Hart, oh, Bret Hart, he shocked the world with his comments about Hogan, but I have a video about Cornette's comments on Hogan, and I was shocked by those as well. Anyway, until then, that is it. XDN wins.